as they wander along, old ruins where fears have grown, eyes that watch from ancient stone, whispers chill right to the bone. Gothic castles rise in the night, ghostly figures glide out of sight, wolf howling under pale moonlight. Darkness creeps and grabs too tight. You have fallen into the EuroCrypt. There is no escape from the EuroCrypt. Fog curling through cobblestone streets, footsteps echoing heartbeats. Vampires hunt their nightly feast, lurking monsters are released. Silent scream in a sepia dream, melancholy miles downstream. No one's safe, or so it seems. Worlds unravel at the seams. You have fallen into the EuroCrypt. There is no escape from the EuroCrypt. Fallen into the EuroCrypt. There is no escape from the EuroCrypt.
All right, man.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, everybody.
We're back, man. Gonna talk some Enzo Nero with we got special guest Pops Movie Dungeon with us, man. What's going on?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. I figured this is up your alley because we've been talking for a while trying to figure it out. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, man. First of all, I say these three films, you know, they were all enjoyable. They were definitely not a genre that I'm very familiar with, but yeah, the Franco Nero, man, I'm kind of a fan. Kind of a fan now.
Hey, I got to be honest, man. This is my first time seeing these three films as well. So
yeah, same for me.
Same for us. So
I didn't realize that. I thought you guys were old veterans on these.
Well, the poliziotteschi is kind of a, kind of just barely got into it, Right. I might have seen maybe 30 films or so, but I'm digging into it, man. There's a whole, like, this fucking book here. It has every one of them in there.
Okay.
So
like 250, I think, were made. But we knew these three were pretty decent from what we read up on them. It's not like we went in completely blind.
Yeah.
But it's got that Franco
point, I guess.
link.
Yeah. And Enzo Castellari's a man. He's one of the top tier. I'd say probably one of the four, main directors. But
right.
But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good one, I feel like.
It'll be fun to talk about them for sure.
And I mean, I know the French Connection just started off. I know the French Connection is a major film that started this shit. Like, and I would also say Bullet as well with Steve McQueen. Those two films are like,
that was a major influence as well. Yeah. On Castellari
in particular. Yeah. And Castellari's a huge fan of American cinema, and you could see it the way. And he's a big fan of Sam Peckinpah as well. Like,
right, yeah.
The way he frames shit, the slow motion shit. He even did westerns himself too with his dad, and it's pretty good shit. But let's see who's in the chat, man. I can't read that name, but good to see you, man. Always a good day when I can catch the EuroCrypt guys live. Well,
cheers, man. Thanks, man.
Oh, yeah. You got Jimmy in here. Evening, guys. What's happening, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
Got Justin Marino. What's that? What's happening?
Hey, man.
What's up?
And Fat Pig the Conqueror, man.
Great name.
What's happening, man? Adrian James, hello. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah. But I guess we can start off. Well, I'm gonna explain. I'll say what we're gonna cover first. So,
right,
the first one will be High Crime.
Okay.
1973.
That's the same one I got.
And this is a absolute awesome release, man. It really is. Like Bill Lustig, man. You know, he fucking went out his way on this one. Like it's packed with special features.
And I had never seen this release. So I'd never seen this movie, so I wanted to see how good this transfer really was. So I found this on streaming, and I watched it on streaming compared to this, and it's night and day. Absolutely night and day. They did a really good job restoring this, from what I could tell from comparing the streaming to that. So
and there's 12. What I heard, there's like 12 minutes that was missing on other versions, but this has the 12 minutes. You can kind of tell at the end of the film too.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I think this one does as well. I'm not entirely sure. I think the runtime for this is like, or maybe I'm wrong, something like 95 minutes, 94 minutes, maybe. So I might be missing a bit. But this is the Cult Classics UK. It's a good, the picture quality is great and all that, but I mean the extras is just a couple of interviews, nothing really special about it.
This has 2 interviews with Enzo Castellari. It's got stuff with the DeAngelis brothers that did the scores for most of it. I think most all of Enzo's films. It's a great release. And then so the next one is Street Law from the next year, 1974.
Yeah.
And, you got the
you got
that's a killer release, man. I just got the Code Red one, man. It's just got a 30-minute interview with Franco Nero.
Right.
Which, it's straight though. I mean,
I would
have time to go through the features on these.
Recommend you. I was going to say I'd recommend to upgrade this one. If you got a chance.
And I don't have the release of the last one, which is Day of the Cobra, but it's on YouTube. It's on. I believe it's on. I don't know if it's on Tubi. I know it's on YouTube.
I found it on YouTube. YouTube's the only place I found it on streaming.
Okay.
Whenever I look for it, but I know that there's only like I think it's a German DVD, maybe a German Blu-ray. But there's no U.S. releases of it. But
I was looking. That's all I found was a DVD too. And I wasn't going to do that without seeing it. But
I think Realist, they've actually got the Blu-ray print up because you both seen it in English, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What it wasn't in Italian.
All 3 of these films I watched were English dubbed.
Yeah.
I watched all English dubbed.
Yeah. And that's Franco Nero's real voice too. So
it is, yeah.
He's got an accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really him. So
I think after, because he did The Third Eye in the middle 60s, and after that he wanted to do his own voice on every single film he made. So as we got into the 1970s, like The Fifth Chord, I think is another one, that he started doing his own voice dubs, and it's much better listening to his voice than not. It's quite glaring when he's not got his own voice.
Yeah, it's kind of like Christopher Lee getting dubbed or something. It's not right.
Some of the characters, the dubbing voice did not match the people at all. Like
no.
One of the main bad guys, whatever, in High Crime was real bad. So
right,
it was real bad.
All right, let's see. Trying to see. Hold on. We got Sloghan 2. Hey, what's up, gents? Have a good night.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, good to have you here, man. I think it's from your channel, huh, Alan?
Who's that?
Sloghan?
No, I don't think so. Don't recognize it, but
okay. Well, great to have you, man. Let's see. Justin Marino Castellari was a great action director. Definitely, man.
Yeah.
What's up, Wild Wrangler? What's happening, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
That High Crime 4K is top notch. It is. It really is. Yeah. I dig High Crime. I have the Blue Underground version. Yep. That's the one. Welcome to the Panel of Pain. Got Tex in here.
What's up,
Tex in the house. What's up, man?
Yeah, man. See everybody talking. All right, man. Well, shit. I guess I kick it off a little with Enzo, man, before we get too crazy in the films. If that's cool with y'all.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Okay. So Enzo Castellari was a boxer, and his dad was a boxer, and his brother was a boxer, but they were all filmmakers as well. And he had an uncle that was a filmmaker too, and so his uncle Marino Girolami, that's why you see that G in his name. He made Violent Rome, 1975. I always confuse that with Violent Naples. I don't think I've seen that one, right? But he
right.
It's because of him is Maurizio Merli. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
His career blew up because of his father, and so I only had a couple movies from him. Zombie Holocaust, 1980. But he did a lot of comedy and spaghetti westerns. He was an actor as well. His uncle directed the very early giallo Sweet Body of Deborah, which is a great one, 1968. That's Romolo Girolami. So it's a family business affair, man.
Absolutely, yeah.
With these guys. And I think it's cool as hell. They're all filmmakers and boxers. I was like, what the fuck?
Right. Family business.
Yeah. But so yeah, man. I guess if y'all want, man, I'm not gonna bore everybody to death. I got tons of notes, and I guess I could kind of go through that shit as we go. but I'll show the first clip, man, before we get into it. If y'all want, to do it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
You got a warrant?
No, but how about this?
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Okay. Now be a good girl. I need some information. Huh? This will scratch your memory. We'll see about that.
Children gotta.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a powerful gun. Jack me up about 6 feet off the ground.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of dick violence in this, and they're shooting at men's fucking dicks.
I'm
and
fucking getting it.
I guess that was like a code of conduct they had, some of these gangsters, where they would do that. It's crazy, man.
Cut it off, I guess, bring it back and show their boss.
I mean,
I
that's one way to hurt a man, put it that way.
Yeah. Well, man, you got a synopsis on this one, Darren?
I can talk about the cast first if you want, like maybe like Franco Nero, just a little kind of mini kind of biography. But I think everyone knows him. You know, he did go on after doing all these Italian films to get some kind of fame because he did Die Hard too in 1990, and I suppose that's possibly his more commercial film. But he actually started off as a painting photographer, and he was discovered by the director John Huston. He was born in Parma, northern Italy, and he started off in student plays, and that's how he got into acting. Pretty much, you know, he got a big break early on in like middle 60s with Django, 1966. He went on then to meet Vanessa Redgrave, a well-known British actress, on the set of the musical Camelot in 1967. And up until this present day, they've had like a 50-year up and down kind of relationship. 1 minute they're on, 1 minute they're off. But some of the films he's done, you just can't question how good they are. You know, he did Hitchhike, Street Law, obviously is good.
We'll be
to come.
We'll be covering Hitchhike next week. We're going to do some more Franco Nero.
Absolutely, yeah. Quiet Place in the Country, which we're going to be covering next week as well. Redneck, which he did. I think he did that with Kojak, the actor in Kojak.
There's one that I really want to see with him in it. Kioma.
Yeah, I've heard that's really good. Yeah,
it's a Western with him and Castellari. I really want to see that one. I've heard number.
And How to Kill a Judge as well. It's I've recently bought. Is one I've always wanted to see.
Okay.
But in terms of cast as well, like I won't go too much. You know, I don't want to bore people. But you've got Fernando Rey as well. He plays Cafiero.
Brilliant fucking actor.
Fucking amazing actor. Yeah. Spanish actor. He was in the French Connection.
He's French. He's French in the French Connection, and then in this one, he's fucking Italian. Right. In real life, he's
Spanish. Yeah. But he originally intended to become an architect, but that was when like the Spanish Civil War started in 1936. But then he became a movie extra and got into the business that way. But he does a lot of films that you don't even know that he's in, where he does all the narration and does voice dubbing for quite a lot of these films as well.
Yeah. We've covered some.
Cold Eyes of Fear was one of the big ones, wasn't it? Yeah, that's when we covered Cold Eyes of Fear.
We covered that other one, the Spanish films that Vinegar released. What was that?
Oh, that Bloodbath one, yeah?
Yeah, I like that.
But yeah, they're the kind of the two main big players.
You got to mention. Is that James Whitmore, right?
Yeah, I've got him written down as well. He plays Commissioner Aldo Scavino. He was in the Shawshank Redemption, Planet of the Apes, the big like spider movie, I think, in the 1950s. The First Deadly Sin in 1980 as well. Silvino Tranquilli, everyone I know from the Giallo films. He plays Franco Griva. Man, you could just go on about his filmography. He was in it, anything and everything. Violent Professionals, So Sweet, So Dead, Madeline, Anatomy of a Nightmare. You name it, Web of the Spider. But I gotta mention that his daughter, Castellari's daughter, was in this as well.
Yeah.
And she was the assistant director too. Or she was a assistant director, I should say.
I was about to say she couldn't have been on this one.
No, not on this one, no. But she was she went on to assistant direct for Dawson's Creek, which is weird, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's like, shit, I
Killer Crocodile.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's quite a big, decent cast, I would say, for this one.
Sure. Dude. Like, I think this one, like, from what I've been reading about, like, this one really broke the mold as far as the Euro crime films go.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In terms of a synopsis, I've got something that I took for, I'm not going to take credit for this, but it's from the book, Roberto Curti's book. So you've got Commissioner Belli investigates a big drug ring between Genoa and Marseille, which involves two rival gangs. He arrests a man, Lebanese, who may give him precious information, but the thug is killed while he's being transferred between police stations. Suspecting that a powerful industrialist above suspicion named Griva is involved in the drug trafficking, Belli convinces his older and more cautious colleague, Chief Commissioner Scabino, to handle him. And then you've got the whole, I don't want to, because it goes into like some of the plot points there. I don't really want to
I mean, that's good, man. I mean, it's the film starts out, man. How do you think about the opening of the film, Al?
Yeah, that's the first thing I got on my notes here. Is a really good foot and a really good car chase.
Yeah,
I mean,
brilliant,
really impressive car chase. And we're talking about almost up there with Bullet. You know, it was a good one. That's the first thing I noticed. First note I took was that.
Yeah,
but I really liked the opening of it. So it drew me in right away just because of that.
Yeah, man.
It's just like his vision as well in the opening. So you got an opening shot with there's like a POV shot of this boat going towards a tunnel.
Yeah.
And then you've got that shot with in the man's sunglasses where he's looking in reflection. Yep. It's so fucking good. That chase scene as well. It starts off on foot and then ends up in a car. Is just superb, man. Like
yeah,
and
like hearing Castellari talk about it, he said that these films are a lot like westerns. The same structure, except we have vehicles and motorcycles. We have cars and motorcycles. You know, but it's usually like the heroes seeking truth, and man, like so many things, just like a western in a way. But
I've said it before on this streams as well. But how the fuck didn't anyone get killed in those car chases?
I know, man. I was listening to the cameraman. And he was the cameraman that had to be in the faster car because he was filming them. Like there's several cameramen on that car chase scene, but he was the one that was in front of them, filming them like from the front. And he said that back in those days there was like hardly no safety involved. He said they're going like 100, 120 miles an hour, fucking with somebody holding ropes on them. And he said if anything happened, he's fucking done. Like it was fucking crazy listening to that shit. I was like, that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and I think Nero did a lot of his own stunts. I know in Street Law he did, but I'm not sure about High Crime. But I know he did a lot of his own stunts. I'm not sure about all the films.
That's what I had down too. He refused to body double a lot of the time, but they still, you know, some shit they were like, nah.
I said a couple things. There's no way they let him do that.
Yeah. But he broke his arm, I think. Was it it might have been Street Law or this. It's one of the two. Street Law or this one. He broke his fucking arm.
That don't surprise me.
But they said he was built for that shit. Like these type of films. Like he was a runner. He loved fucking running, you know. And Enzo loved to have the shit set up with run scenes and shit like a lot. Right. He's running his ass off in these movies.
Castellari's not afraid to go to certain places as well, because the end of that car chase, we see a little girl playing like hopscotch, I think it is, and then you've got the big bomb blast.
And you know that's
me, man.
That's Franco Nero's daughter.
Yeah.
That's hopscotch.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Yeah.
They keep it all in the family, don't they? I know Franco in a later film as well. His own son plays the actual role too. But no, man, with this one, the scenes just keep coming thick and fast all the way. It's never boring.
No,
it's just completely just riveting, I find, all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
You got the motorbike chase as well, which you showed in the clips, like on the golf course.
Shit. I love how he intercuts, and Castellari intercuts those scenes. So he got with his editor. And they were experimenting with editing, with the editing and the cutting. And it's like he said they fucking threw all the rules out the window and did their own fucking shit. Like, but you could tell, man, like it's a lot different than a lot of directors. So let's see. Let me catch the chat right quick. Making sure I see a lot of people talking amongst themselves. Let's see. Fat Pig says, speaking of boxing, Bill Lustig is Jake LaMotta's nephew. Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't know that. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, because of Raging Bull.
Oh yeah, fucking yeah. I heard somebody the other day shitting on Raging Bull. I was like, man, what the fuck? I was like, I want to come through that fucking screen on that motherfucker.
I think that was the same guy who was saying The Exorcist is slow and boring.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Let's see. Justin Marino says, hello, everyone. What's going on?
Hey, man.
Hello.
Let's see. Eurocrime films are underrated. Definitely.
They
I
are,
think so.
sure.
And they only had like a little time, man. They don't not much time at all. Like what from 70 or 68, right? 68 to
Yeah,
80.
yeah. 68 was the years of lead. So,
Yeah.
like, Italy was going through all these political bombings, kidnappings,
Mhm.
and some of that shit. If you delve into that and read up on that, what actually happened, because their prime minister was kidnapped at one point. It's crazy to think that was going on during the time they were making these films as well.
Yeah.
But in terms of scenes with this one as well, you've got the guy who's getting beat with those hooks. I think
Oh,
a gang,
man.
gang of thugs just set upon him and just, man, it's just fucking
And he was like
gruesome
the
in some
traitor or
ways.
whatever. I don't guess we'll spoil these films, like because I
No,
know
no.
probably a lot of people hadn't seen them. I showed some clips, but you don't really know what the fuck's going on. Like it's kind of out of
Right, yeah.
context a little bit, but
Yeah.
But when they find that guy as well, the one that was beaten with the hooks,
yeah,
the guy says, "Oh, have they cut his testicles off?" And he said, "Well, he doesn't have them anymore." The police commissioner tells him. He says, "So I presume they have been cut off." But fuck me, man, it's just
he says he don't know if they were cut off, but
you
they're
don't
not
know. He
there
said,
anymore.
but they're
Yeah,
not there anymore.
because
Yeah.
I guess the fucking whatever was in the water got him.
Right, yeah, but it's implied that they could
Yeah.
have just fucking hooked them off anyway.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Let's see. Acres of Movies. Hello and thanks.
Hey, what's up?
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah, good to have you here. Appreciate you. Street Law is great. Yeah, hell yeah. We'll be getting into that
it is. Yeah.
right after this one. Acres says, and since Cincetta has a display for 2 of these movies in their front gallery currently. Oh, okay.
That's right, because Akers is from Italy, I presume. Because I think
That's right.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's a female, but I know they stay 6 months of the year in Italy, and I
Yeah.
presume maybe 6 months in America. But let us know, in the chat.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Display is altered often. Where do these rank with the Seducers and Bird with Crystal Plumage, in your opinion? Thanks.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know. Like it's hard to rank it like that because you're talking about top sensation, I suppose.
Yeah.
Seducers. And yeah, that's a real sexy giallo, and then you got the Bird. I don't know how to do that one. That's kind of hard. Like
Bird
I
is a
can't really put
complete,
one of the
yeah. Bird is a complete
guys.
masterpiece. I
I
think.
know I'm a very big novice when it comes to these movies. That's
Yeah,
definitely a question for you guys. I have seen Birds with
Yeah.
the crystal plumage. I have seen that one.
Yeah, I bought it off you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there you go. That tells you something right there.
Right. Yeah, because that so much was out of print, and I was like, well, shit. And
Yeah.
He's like, I'll sell it to you. I didn't like it. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, they say they like it. It just weren't really,
It's not your style.
genre stuff, just real green in. I wish how often I'd go back and watch it.
Right.
So if you're saying Bird is probably, which no one will probably argue with this, as one of the best giallo films ever made.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an argument for like Street Law, even though some people say it's not a poliziotteschi film, it is definitely high end, like possibly one of the best.
It's definitely EuroCrypt, though. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it qualifies for this, surely. Yeah.
But hold on a second. Let's see. Had you wanted to see an American remake of The Seducers, Bob Rafelson was going to do that in '82. Ah, okay.
Man, I don't know if Eddie
And
Finesse would have
this
been
Stacey,
interesting.
she's a female. Okay, awesome. Good.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Good enough. Cool. But yeah, man. I mean, like the score, Oliver Onions, the D'Angelo's brothers. I don't know, man. I dig these fucking scores, especially in high crime. Like after all this bad shit happens, I showed a clip of it. I had to clip it up a little bit, but that fucking moment when the camera's like doing that 360 around them.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. The emotion's fucking high. I don't know. For me, it was. I was like, damn, this is fucking cinema. It really is cinematic as fuck. But I don't know. I'm pretty excited about these movies, man. If y'all can't tell, but
Oh man, they're superb. Is you seen some of the slow motion shots as well? So you've got the couple when they go up to like this glass door and they get shot from behind this glass door, and you see like the shadow of the killers behind the door. Man, it's just done so fucking well. It could literally be in a giallo film, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just the style of his direction is just superb. Like attention to detail as well in every scene is just fantastic. I'm gonna be saying that pretty much about all three of these because I love all three.
Yeah, man. And then you got like I guess I ain't gonna go too crazy, but Gianfranco Clarisi, I got to mention him because he's a great writer. He wrote "Don't Torture a Duckling," "New York Ripper," "Blazing Magnums," which is another one I think you'll like, Alan. "Blazing Magnums," I think you'd like that one.
Oh man, yeah.
He wrote, co-wrote all these films: "Cannibal Holocaust," "House on the Edge of the Park." So, yeah, that's and I mean then Vincenzo Menino. He was on a couple with him: "Murder Rock," "Violent Rome," "Phantom of Death," "Tragic Ceremony" from Leonardo Martin. See, these are all the writers on this film. There's like a lot of cooks in the kitchen writing this shit. So they did a great job, man. I think. Yeah.
I don't want to give anything too much away, but I'm going to give like a minor spoiler. So there's a scene towards the end with his daughter that he fucking knew how to do like a tearjerker. I know I was pretty much giving a little bit away.
Oh yeah, you just gave it away.
I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna spoil anyone's like appreciation of the film.
No,
but
I don't think so.
I won't say the way it's done, but it is very fucking It's
I'm gonna go a step further and spoil another film. You know, I'm gonna be very vague as I can, but the same thing happens in two of these films.
It does, yeah.
They're almost mirror images of the same thing.
Exactly the same.
One's a son, one's a daughter. But anyway, one thing I did notice, and I was just wondering if that was kind of a theme in these kind of movies is the kid dying, I guess.
But they don't. That's the thing with the Italians, man. And they do it.
Yeah. Just like you said earlier, Darren, with the girl with the hopscotch. You know, they had no shits to give. You know, a kid who cares, just kill him.
Right. Yeah. It makes shit a little more, you know, I don't know how to put it. There's more at stake in these Italian films. Nobody's fucking safe.
Right. Yeah. And this shit was going on as well. Like I said earlier, this shit was going on day to day in Italy at the time.
Yeah. The film is actually based off of, is it Calabrese? Is that right?
Yeah. The Calabrese murder. Yeah.
There was a commissioner.
Was it kidnap? Yeah.
He was shot in front of his house. And Enzo read a lot of these films are made from headlines in newspapers. And that's kind of where he got the idea. But it's just I don't know. I guess I could keep going on about high crime, man. I just don't know how far y'all want to go into it.
No, it's just a superb film. It's a great way to start, this stream, I think.
Definitely. This is pretty high tier for me now. Like, out of all the poliziotteschi I've seen, it's probably in my top 5 for sure. Like,
do you like the Genoa setting as well in all three of these?
I do.
That city has got like an amazing backdrop, where like the way he shoots it, and you've got the motorway and all that. Because you don't really see Genoa in anything like Argento or any of the other like Fulci films. I think he captured the city 1970s kind of crime scene perfectly well. In terms of, you mentioned the 1970s. So all these kind of crimes were going on in real life. So you got the Grandalola kidnapping. That was one of the first that took place outside of Sardinia. You got the murder of the CIT Alessandra Flores, whose image was captured by an amateur photographer at the time. They went all over the world, and these were like real crimes. And the last one being the kidnapping and murder of Milena Stutter, who was another, or Sulla, I should say, as another kind of Italian, big fucking story at the time. So man, all this shit was close to home,
Right. Yeah, people are getting blown up and shit, and fucking banks getting robbed. And like the police didn't, they're clueless. There's so many Italian films where, like, there's a giallo called "The Police Are Blundering in the Dark." You know,
Yeah,
there's like a lot of these films are always showing like the police are just useless and it's fucking up to the people. Like, you know,
Well, hell, at the end of in the street law, they make him sign a document. So they don't shit on the police department. You know,
right? Yeah,
sign the document and shut up about it because we don't need them more bad press.
Right. Hell yeah. But yeah, man. Let's see. Anything else y'all want to add, Darren? Or,
I've got the Italian title. Literally means the police incriminate, the law discharges.
Of course it does. Of course.
Well, yeah, it would do, wouldn't it? And, but just some of the stuff towards the end as well, like, you know, Belly kind of foresees his own death in the one scene towards the end. Like,
yeah, that's an alternate. See, there's an alternate ending. Did you watch the alternate ending?
No.
Okay, there's an alternate ending, and I prefer the ending that I saw. I'll just say that. Now, I won't spoil the alternate ending, but if anybody wants to check it out, check it out. I prefer the alternate, the one we got. So, it ain't much different, but it's just slightly different. One little thing.
You have to check it out.
So this was a massive, or quite a big box office hit as well, with over 1,600,000,000 lira, and that was big for the time.
That's a lot.
So,
yeah.
and obviously they went on to make more, you know, which we're going to cover.
I did the math on that shit one time, what 1,000,000 lira was, but I can't remember. It's nothing near what, like American dollars or even pounds.
Oh no, 1,000,000 is not that much, but 1 billion is.
Yeah, 1 billion is
sizable.
is
Sizable, yeah. But no, I don't know if you've got any other things you want to say.
I mentioned the producer, Edmondo Amati.
Okay, yeah.
He had like 55 films to his credit. He, you know, I got some real golden ones right here. Dominion, prequel to The Exorcist in 2005.
Right. Yeah.
Let's see. Golden Balls, 1993. No, but he did a lot. He did Blazing Magnum, Crumbs of Black Cat. Yeah, but I mean, check out his filmography. He's got a ton of films that he. The Angeles Brothers, the guys that did the score, they've done so many damn scores. Torso, Violent Professionals, Violent Rome, The Big Racket, which is another one I know you'll like, Pops. Big Racket.
The Big Racket?
Yeah, that's a Castellari. And a lot of people like that one. That might be their favorite Castellari.
I was going to say The Big Racket is kind of similar to Street Law in a way. Well, maybe and maybe not. But if you're a fan of Street Law, I would say The Big Racket.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But to play them two together would fucking work really well.
Yeah, it'd be a great one. Yeah. It's definitely a one to, like, if you're just getting into the genre, The Big Racket's like high tier shit. Slave of the Cannibal God. These guys, the DeAngelis brothers, did A Blade in the Dark, and one we just covered, Raiders of Atlantis, did the score for that one. That Oliver Onion shit. But yeah, that's just about it, man.
I do want to ask Pops, has he seen a lot of Umberto Lenzi crime films, or are you just a complete novice?
I'm a complete novice.
Right, because what I want to suggest to you is Almost Human. There's no way you won't like that film.
Yeah.
Nice little list there. Hold on. Almost Human?
Yeah. 1974, though, don't get it confused with the later films that's come out.
Okay.
That's the benchmark for me. I think Dirk agrees with me on that. That is like
it might be my favorite still. Yeah.
It's close to a 10, 8 out of 10, that one.
Okay.
But,
yeah, it's 10 out of 10 for sure. It's pretty high tier. Yeah. It's probably my favorite out of the ones that I've seen so far.
Okay. I'll definitely check it out and let you know.
Yeah.
Well, man, let's see. Wild guys in here. Evening Dirt, Darren and Pop. What's going on?
What's up?
Yeah. Good to have you in here, man. Justin says run rampant. Let's see. People talking. Rate it. Oh yeah, we got to rate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. We're about to move on. So what do you say, Pops, on this one?
We're doing out of 10?
Yeah.
I'll give this one I'm gonna give this one a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm kind of comparing them to the other two because this was. I ain't gonna tell you where this ranks at yet,
Okay.
but we'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. That sounds about right. Second watch might go up a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that. For sure.
Yeah.
What do you think there?
For me, I'm exactly the same page. Like a 7.5 out of 10, with possibility to become an 8 at one point. Yeah, and like we'll rank all three a bit later on as well, and we'll say which is our favorite. And
right, I think this for me is probably 8.5 out of 10 for me.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this one's pretty high for me, man. The shit worked. Everything worked for me. The score, the acting, the stunts, the stunt work is. I got to mention Remy Julian too, man. Fucking.
Oh man,
amazing.
Yeah, that guy.
Stunt man. Fucking great.
Any kind of car
chases
scene.
and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, all the Italian stuff. I think he did literally do most of the Italian car chase scenes for different directors.
Yeah.
That guy is a legend, man.
And they had acrobats and shit, like in these films, like. Yeah,
I've never seen anybody hide drugs and oranges.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, no shit.
That was the first.
Or like
in Florida, you would think, but
yeah.
I don't know how that worked, but yeah. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10 and 2 7.5 out of 10. So we're starting out pretty good, man.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. But I guess we're going on to street law, man. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and show the clip. Let me catch a chat and finish. See what's in here. Discotheque scene in Day of the Cobra is unique. Yeah, it is.
It is. We will come on to that. Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. I'd rank them 1, Seducers, 2, Street Law. Okay. 3, Bird with Crystal Plumage, 4, High Crime.
Okay.
5, Day of the Cobra. All good or excellent. Okay, awesome. Genoa is a high crime area. Oh, it still is. Okay. All right. Street Law is great. Yeah, man, we're finna get into it. So
yeah.
Here's another clip. Here we go.
Shut up! Get against the wall! Move it! Run! Enemy G2! Face the wall!
What are you doing? You shit! Jesus, let's get out of here! Give me the money!
Come on, run! Get in there!
What the shit were you trying to do, Piero?
You bastard!
You bastard!
I've been robbed 4 times, and what have you done? Nothing! Well, the next time it happens, I'm going after those criminals myself. I'm tired of waiting around for you to do something. Tired of living in fear. Tired of your goddamn indifference!
Yeah, this is my favorite one of the three. I'm
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see it though, man. I mean, I can't argue that shit because it's possible that it's pretty high for me too.
Yeah, I'm a big Bronson fan and I love Death Wish. And like I said, that last shot right there, when you see the other guy bitching, about satisfaction, you see that little smirk on his face. I'm getting, hardcore Charles Bronson vibes. Death Wish,
sure.
So.
Franco Nero claims though that this was being shot at the same exact time as Death Wish, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I read as well.
Yeah, because I've heard a lot of people say it's a Death Wish ripoff, but I can kind of see it, but then again, it's different. Like it's a lot different than Death Wish,
Yeah.
I mean, the vigilante aspect's the same, but I don't know.
Like you were saying before we started, this is a little more realistic because Charles Bronson, he gets wronged, he turns into a vigilante badass. This guy, does wrong. He gets his vengeance, but he does it more like we would probably do.
Yeah,
you're not going to go in guns and blazes like you fucking Rambo. This is a little more realistic, I think, as far as how we would probably do things if we were put in that same situation.
Yeah, he's getting his ass whooped. He keeps failing, he's trying to get down to the street level with these people, and he's got a lot to learn through the film.
He's complete fucking coward all the way through this film as well.
Yeah, I mean,
right up until the end.
I don't think he's a coward. You think he's a coward?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe in movie standards he's a coward, but if you look at it from a realistic point of view, maybe. I mean, are we really going to go in and just beat everybody's ass for bank robbers? For hardened criminals, we're going to go and just beat their ass.
He did. That's what I was saying. In that bank robbery scene, he did try to fight back, and then he does try to fight back. There's certain scenes where I can see what you're saying, though, him being kind of hesitating and shit. But he's showing.
Yeah, I would imagine his character was bullied in school or whatever, and he just got all this rage. But even in that opening scene, because what a fucking great scene with the bank robbery, man. It's just superb. But even then, he's trying to get his money back, while this robbery is still going on. He's just, and he's not really caring about any of the other people in the.
But you hear him later on talk about that they burned his fucking house up or whatever, right?
Yeah, because it's shown in the opening scene where the one's pissing on his fucking property, and they said because his father's got this sign up about something like a political sign up as well, which they take down, and that comes into play a little bit.
The rebels, something about the rebellion, because these people they've had enough. The crimes running rampant during the years of lead and shit. And he's done had enough. I think this is his breaking point. This is a fucking bank robber, and then he still tries to do the right thing. He does becomes kind of like a detective because the fucking cops are useless. They're not doing shit. So then he even calls the police and he's like, "Hey, they're fucking here," and they're like, "Oh, what's your name?" And he's like, "What the fuck does that matter? Get here," and they won't fucking respond to shit. It's like.
So you can imagine all the, he's had his house robbed. He's pretty much been beat the fuck out of in the back of the car.
That's what I'm saying. It's different than Death Wish because, he's the victim person.
Right.
It's not his wife or his daughter. It's actually him. So.
But there's a montage early on where we see violence all over the city. There's bag snatching and the guy on the back of the motorbike. And all that. That was originally, they weren't going to film that. But Castellari, wanted it so badly in the film that he ended up doing it with a load of stuntmen. And it was done way after filming was due, had commenced. Just so we could steal all those shots. He didn't have no permission or anything for that. And I think it sets it up really well about, the time period and everything. But, that bank scene is as good as anything I've seen. Hostage wise and some of the violence as well that goes on. Because
in that clip, my favorite fucking whole shot of the film though is in that clip that I just showed where that fucking dude falls for whatever reason. I don't care, but I love it. That fucker falls in a fish tank. I don't know why.
No one knows why. Yeah,
it's fucking great though, man. It's so fucking great. I love that shit. But that's my favorite shot. of the whole.
The one shot that I said I can't imagine him doing the stunt for was when he's on the hood of the car and gets thrown down the hill.
Oh yeah,
you gotta be a stunt man.
Yeah,
but I don't know if it's him or not, but
I think that some of it had to have been him going down that hill. That's clearly him, his face, you know.
Yeah,
and it's in super slow motion and shit. But yeah, that car's hitting
you can
somebody's
see why,
ass, right? Like somebody's getting hit with that.
Yeah.
Car.
The car was spinning right, hitting him in the ass with the tail of that car. You know, that could have went wrong real quick.
You can see all the Tarantino influence, can you? Because he used to watch all these films, you know,
a lot of
like
movies like this. See a lot of
I watched the interview actually with Tarantino and Castellari, man. They were talking about Inglourious Bastards though.
Okay.
But that was pretty good shit. Watch that interview. It's on YouTube if y'all want to check it out. But yeah.
But there's so many good scenes in this as well. You got Barbara Bach. She plays his girlfriend Barbara. She's a well-known actress, obviously.
Oh yeah.
You know, she worked with Martino. She did a whole ton of films. She was like a Bond girl as well. She starred with Claudine Agger and Barbara Boucher in Black Belly of Tarantula. But the Bond film she was in was The Spy Who Loved Me. So she's really well known in terms of scenes and that. What about the scene where?
Don't forget Island of the Fishmen.
Yeah, for Martino. Yeah, that's a classic right there. But what about the scene where he realizes he's got to do this himself, and then he kind of tries to go undercover, and he goes to that bar Italia, and all those thugs just start fucking humiliating him again, and like it's like it keeps going on. He's just humiliated every fucking chance he gets in the film, really.
But I mean, you got to think though, he's a businessman, and he's just like a law-abiding citizen. You know, he's just trying to live his life and shit, and he's just sick of shit, man. He's done had fucking enough.
But in order to get back or to find out who these criminals were that pretty much beat the shit out of him in the early part of the film, he kind of befriends or kind of blackmails at first this Tommy character. And he's just a petty criminal. He's not really, a big time or anything like that. And in a way, they become friends, which is kind of endearing.
They get this pretty good bond. Yeah.
Which makes what happens.
Friends after that. They're becoming friends. He stabs him in the back, and then they end up becoming friends after that. So it's a rocky relationship, to say the least.
I mean, if you end up getting like a really good relationship as friends, or you've got like a good relationship with your son and daughter, it's fucking inevitable what's going to happen later on in these films. You know what's coming. But there's a scene with Tommy towards the end as well, which is kind of like he knew how to do tearjerkers. That's what I'm saying with the last film as well, and the one to come. And all in the mix of this, kind of fast-paced, kind of, it's superb the way he does it.
So I was listening to Franco Nero talk about, he was on another film. He was shooting a Western, and Enzo Castellari showed up to the set where he was at, and he was like asking, he was trying to give him the script. He gave him the script, and Franco Nero said right off the bat, he's like, this guy's, he's built like a boxer. He's like a big tough guy, like Castellari. And he said he got bad vibes right out the gate. He was like, nah,
right,
I'm not working with that guy. and then somebody, the director he was working for, was like, oh, you want to quit my? Like, they got into it about something. And he's like, oh, you just want to quit my film, so you go work on that film. And then he started running Enzo Castellari down, that other director. And then Franco Nero's like, you know what? Fuck you. And he called Enzo up, and he's like, he's talking shit about. He didn't say that he's talking. He's like, in his mind, since this guy's talking shit about him, he must be like a really good guy. So like, that's how they fucking started with High Crime, man. I thought it was funny as hell. But and he also said that John Huston, I think, is the one that found Franco Nero.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He said that he instilled something in him a long time ago. He said the most important parts of the film are the first 15 minutes and the last 15 minutes. Like, so
I was going to say he starts all these 3 films really with a big set piece, doesn't he? At least like 2 major set pieces in the first 2 anyway. And like you say, the end in the big shootout in the warehouse is just done. The whole kind of backdrop of this warehouse. I think it was the
when
first
them lights
time
come on. And
Come on, that was a cool shot. I was going to say that.
Yeah. I think it was the first time it was ever done, like in a warehouse at the time. But then lots of films carried on and done it, like, you know, straight after pretty much all the way through. But yeah, you've got the digger as well, comes into play.
Yeah, I heard Enzo talk about that as well. He liked shooting in those big ass wide open areas because he could experiment with different shots on how you wanted to do shit.
Right. Shadows and all that as well. I want to say, like, the 3 criminals as well are pretty much, they're in a few of these films, actually, the same guys, but they were all stuntmen. You can tell that just by their physiques and that.
And then he had guys that were stuntmen / actors. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Pretty much. Well, more stuntmen, to be honest, but they do play.
They could act too, yeah. Like the guy who's shutting the balls.
Yeah. You got the one guy as well. He was in a couple of films we covered before, and I call him like the Chuck Norris of Italy. You know the guy I'm on about, the babyface guy. The 3 of them.
I think so.
Yeah, I've got his name down somewhere. But what do you think of the score as well? Do you know what?
Fucking great.
Great. Fucking that theme is amazing.
It got stuck in my fucking head yesterday.
Isn't me right? And you might think I'm a bit crazy for saying this, but does it remind you a little bit of All the Colors of the Dark?
Kind of, but I'm talking about the lyrics.
It is.
Like
the lyrics are fucking great. Yeah.
It says something about being a normal man and fucking getting robbed and shit. It's basically telling the whole story, like what the fuck happened, you know.
Yeah,
but
I will say the theme song for the next movie we're going to talk about, Cobra, has got the best opening theme song.
Yeah,
I think we'll get to that in a minute, but
yeah, I think so, man.
I fucking need that same track, man. Yeah,
this is before I seen the next one, but I guess we'll get into it when we get to it. But I'll just say one thing: like I was thinking, like I wondered if Stallone saw that film, you know, like Day of the Cobra or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I would not be surprised. Not be surprised. They would have to have, because it's almost referencing that film. You know, Cobra, the name of him and everything.
Yeah.
You know, nickname. Yeah,
that's the first thing I thought of when I heard the title. When I saw the title, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Well,
you know, not saying that that's anywhere near fucking Cobra, because that's my favorite Stallone film. Period.
Well,
but
and mine. Yeah, and mine. But in terms of this one, so this one's got a lot of titles. The Citizen Rebels, The Anonymous Avenger, Vigilante 2, and some like really weird kind of foreign ones as well from Turkey and that. But yeah, this was very successful as well. I think this was geared more towards the American market too. It was shown a lot in America, in the grindhouses, I believe, and then it came out on video and had a big video release in America as well.
I love that cover art, though. Like, I know y'all got the different cover art, but I don't know. There's something about that fucking cover art.
With the ski, yeah, but they were saying that's kind of. Don't you think the ski mask is kind of a missed marketing thing, though? Because Troy Howarth mentions it in the commentary.
Oh, did he? Okay.
I love the cover, but it does kind of not get you know, you don't get the film you would expect with that cover, really.
Yeah. Let's see.
But this was like another huge commercial success. Like I was just saying, over $1.8 billion lira grossed in the 74-75 season.
Damn.
Yeah, that's like, you know, a major player. And, you know, so at the time you would say this has come out just pretty much as the Giallo film was not, you know, beginning to die down a little bit. I know we got Deep Red a year later, but these films were coming more and more into play, you know, right up until like 1980 as well.
Right.
There's another artwork inside here, inside the book. I'm assuming that's another poster, I guess.
Oh, that's killer, though. I do like that.
I love that cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that.
I think I like that one the most.
It's
So
got proof on the back of the book.
okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, that's killer. What release is that? That
Blu-ray release from 88 Films.
88. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, awesome.
I mean,
Now,
that's the one to get. It's definitely a one to
cover.
get.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely get that one. I got this one. It was you know, I've seen
You
it.
get it in orbit. I got this one in orbit.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so I was seeing something about like the people in the bank in that bank robbery scene. Those people were really fucking scared. In
Oh
that
god,
scene.
yeah, you can imagine. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like I know they knew it wasn't real, but they were like fucking scared out of their mind. Like them guys were too aggressive, I guess, or you know, like get your ass over here. Shit. But no, man, that's a fucking great film, dude. I'm trying to not bore everyone with everything with the writers and all that shit, but I got to mention Massimo Derrida. Did the screenplay, and I didn't recognize any films from him. The Violent Four and Everybody's Fine in 2009. I don't know what the fuck.
The Violent Four is another Italian crime film.
Okay.
I've not seen it. I know it's in that book that we got.
Okay. Dino Maria. I couldn't find shit on him. No, I did. Danger Diabolic, the Mario Bava film from way back. Kiss the Girls and Make Them Die. That's one I hadn't seen from. It's a James Bond spoof from 1966. But yep. Yeah, I think that's about it, man. The Angeles Brothers again. Fucking cinematographer.
Yeah.
Carlo Carlini. He did Requiem for a Secret Agent. So I don't know what that is either. I'm just putting it out there for anybody interested. But
so this was pretty much Franco Nero and Castellari's kind of height of their career. This was when they got, I think their best. 74.
And there's a deep respect and enthusiasm between them two. Like they
Yeah.
And also I was hearing from Nero, like he was really close with Barbara Bach. Like they would go to each other's homes and watch films with all the families and shit with their family and everything. They're real tight knit.
Because that makes sense, because she ended up marrying Ringo Starr, the drummer from the Beatles. And he ended up with Vanessa Redgrave, who's British, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, they were together when Ringo found out that John Lennon got shot. They were together.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
damn.
crazy.
This is my American ass looking at this, but I seen Catherine Bach with her. I'm thinking, damn, that's Daisy Duke off the Duke's of Hazzard, but that was Barbara Bach.
Yeah.
So different Bach.
Yeah.
Or maybe I got that backwards. This was Barbara Bach, right?
Barbara Bach. Yeah.
Catherine Bach was Daisy Duke.
Right.
But that's my American ass looking at the Italian cast.
Yeah. She was British though, right?
But I do want to mention Giancarlo Prati. He was in 1943. He plays Tommy in Rome, and he was a stuntman. He started off as a stuntman, but quite sadly he died at a very early age of 58 of a brain tumor. Which I always hate. When you're looking up these actors and you see that, it's kind of, I hate doing that. But there's another film apparently that's very similar to this as well, called Kidnap Syndicate, with directed by Fernando De Leo, and Luke Miranda was in it. And his son is one of two young boys that got kidnapped in the film, and apparently is fucking really good. So yeah. But yeah, I don't know if you've got any other stuff you want to mention.
No. I guess I could mention the producers, Mario Cecchi. He did over fucking 200 films.
Oh, damn.
So,
yeah.
I mean, the only one that he won an award. He received an Academy Award nomination for Best Picture for The Postman, 1995, which I haven't seen. It's
okay, yeah.
But and he did a lot with Damiano Damiani. which is I'm sure we'll be covering some of his poliziotteschi too. Like,
did you realize that Franco Nero is a director as well? And he did a film. Yeah, he did a film in 2022, and apparently it was fucking terrible. It was booed. Shit. It was booed in every cinema it was played to, apparently.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's still going down that route because he's alive and as well as ever, I think, from what I've seen in interviews and that recently. So yeah. So it just goes to show, you know, superb actor. You don't necessarily make you a director.
And he can speak. I think I could be wrong on this. I mean, y'all let me know in the chat if anybody knows. I think he can speak like 5 languages though. Not sure.
I know he learned English just by reading up on Shakespeare in a book. That's how he got to master English, which is crazy.
Have you seen any?
That don't surprise me.
Have y'all seen any of his westerns?
No.
I've seen Django.
Okay.
Yeah. I got the Arrow release. I've seen that one.
I'm really interested in seeing Kioma though, with Castellari directing, because they wanted to bring it back. They were trying to bring the westerns back and shit, and it bombed because people weren't interested, I guess, during that time.
That's one that
76.
Yeah, Tarantino and Eli Roth mentioned that a lot.
Yeah,
in their, when they do podcasts.
Right. Let me catch the chat, y'all, right quick.
Yeah.
See where we're at.
And then we'll do our ratings.
All right. Let's see. Make sure I'm not skipping nothing. Hopefully I'm not skipping nobody.
Dirk, it says Franco Nero, the Italian actor, speaks multiple languages, including some of these languages I ain't never heard of. Afrikaans, Arikaans, Argonis, Balsanic, Emilian. I'm sure I'm saying some of these wrong.
Yeah.
And it lists 4 or 5 others here I've never heard of.
Yeah, man. I think that's what I see.
You gotta be smart to know that many languages.
That's crazy.
How do you even start to
You're gonna get a lot of work.
Yeah,
doing that shit, man. So he's an international superstar. He really is. He
must be of a very high intelligence to be able to do that. High IQ.
Right.
I can barely speak English.
Right.
Yeah. I'm the same, man.
Yeah. Let's see. Fat Pig says, no idea how Nero didn't cripple himself making this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. I don't know if the car stunt is him though. I'm kind of iffy on that one. Where not going down the
where spinning.
When it's doing the circles and shit, which is a great scene. And then when that dude's fucking coming up in that car and he's got this primal fucking look on his face. He got all that dust and shit and the bloodshot eyes and fucking hits that fucking shovel.
Man. Oh, that's a great shot, man. That was one of my favorite shots of the film. That was a great shot.
Yeah, man. He's just a man that's just fucking had enough, dude. It's fucking great.
You can see his frustration as the film goes on and on, the way he's so frustrated in the police and man.
He's gotta do it all himself, pretty much. Let's see. Acres of Movie says street law and high crime got people back into the cinema in urban areas. There has been a lot of white flight from Rome and Milan just before the 70s and major financial destabilizing. Okay.
Man, that's was it Acres of Movies? I love, when people put comments like this. And she obviously knows what she's saying as well.
Right.
Living in Italy.
I'm going to go to Italy one day, man. I've already talked to my wife about it. I've already talked to her about it. She's like, okay.
I want to do
don't sound too
Venice. You could take it to Venice as a romantic, romantic holiday. But I want to do Rome as well. Obviously, I want to do Florence. Turin.
Yeah, definitely want to.
Maybe Genoa now as well after watching these. So yeah,
that'd be great, man. I'm gonna have to save up though, do that shit.
Yeah, that's not cheap, that's for sure.
Yeah. And then let's see. Acre says older Italian men would go alone in urban areas. And that became a major trend, and these action thrillers and all forms of other genres finally took on their own life rather than being a film industry offshoot of France, small studios and cinemas started popping up all over Italy, and it largely empowered the region for Greece to start making genre pictures and Cosmatos popularity. Oh shit!
That makes sense because you can imagine these Italian men watching these films, and they're you know, if shit happens to them as well, that they'll just take the fucking law into their own hands. So I would imagine these films wasn't very favorable with the government at the time because it was putting kind of thoughts into people's heads. Sorry, Dick. Sorry if I.
No, you're good. You're good. Would you like to have seen Franco Nero in a James Bond movie as an ally to James or a Bond villain? And in which movie would he have been good for? Thanks.
I think he'd been a good Bond villain.
I do as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see him like with a scar on his face and shit, and like fucked up eye or something.
What's the one that has Robert Shaw as the bad guys? He plays Robert Shaw plays the blonde villain. Damn, which movie is that?
I'm blanking, man. I've seen some Bond films.
Secret Service, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but that character I can see Nero playing that character, the Shaw played. So
the one that sticks out, one Bond film that sticks out for me is Octopussy.
Yeah, that's the 80s. That was a good one, Roger Moore.
Yeah.
I always thought that David Hess would make a good Bond villain as well.
Yeah,
I think that was a kind of missed opportunity too with him. But Don Nero would have been great. Yeah.
Fat Pig says, I hope this one gets a 4K release soon. I only have the DVD. Well, I'm sure that Blu-ray looks good, huh?
Yeah,
it looks amazing.
It looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, this one is not bad. It's a code red. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I'm sure y'all's is probably a better transfer.
I can't see how a 4K would really make much difference to this one.
Okay.
It's that good, you know?
Yeah. Let's see. Akers says movies like these were great programmers for Italian cinemas that has either closed or been destroyed or never rebuilt. With American action thrillers as popular as ever, it triggered Italy to make dozens, hundreds of varied quality, but the cinemas needed programming as American movies cost too much to screen, and the public started craving these action thrillers of their own, as imitative as they are. Yeah, but like in the French Connection, right? So the drug trade is coming from, isn't the drug trade coming from Turkey and Sicily, right? Like France and shit, but they're getting the drugs from Turkey.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a while. It's been a hot minute.
Right. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of like done a circle in a way. It makes sense for them to make these films, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, because the Sicilians were bringing, you know, there was shit going on between America and Sicily, right?
Yeah. I was going to say as well, Akers, do you know if these played on Italian TV? I would presume that a lot of it would be cut, but let us know if you got any information on that, because I'll be interested to know how these played on TV in Italy at this. Well, not at the time, maybe during the 80s, probably. After all the shit with the years of leather kind of died down, because it would have been a bit insensitive to probably show these at the time.
Akers says, I have tapes of these on Italian TV, but they also have
there you go. Okay.
AC, I think Milan, and a fashion show highlights on the same tape. It is
Betamax.
Betamax. Okay. Awesome.
Oh, shit. I'd love to see that, man.
Many of these movies outmade more money the Fellini and other great auteurs of the time. Yeah. Yeah. Akers knows her shit. So,
oh man, I've seen her in a few chats like with Dead Pit and that.
She was on the Rotten Stream last night in the chat. Asking some great questions, but you know, the Rotten Stream is kind of a different vibe.
Yeah,
so we can't get to all the questions, but yeah, a lot of great questions last night.
Hell yeah. The nation was obsessed with these movies from the entire time Dirty Harry movies were still being made. That is the most important and influential movie ever made for Italy, even though it is USA film.
Absolutely, yeah.
French Connection too, right? Dirty Harry, French Connection. Was French Connection before?
71 was it? French Connection.
Yeah, I think first Dirty Harry was 71, I believe.
Okay, so same year. Yeah.
So
Might have been 72 French Connection. I'll have to double check that.
I think it's 71. French
Okay.
Connection. Yeah. Regardless, I mean, let's see. Without Dirty Harry, these ones wouldn't have gotten made. The public craved this kind of movie, and the hostage situations in Italy in real life were always occurring until the late 80s. Yeah, and I'm sure that's like she's saying the Years of Lead had a big influence on this shit too.
Dirty Harry, now you speak my language. Look at that box right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Nice.
Favorite of all time, the Live Clint Eastwood.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's my jam.
Fat Pig says Barbara Bach's sister is married to Joe Walsh.
Oh, damn.
Okay. Kioma is awesome. Yeah, man, I got to check it out. I got to see it. Radhammer, Dirt, did you see that movie in theaters about the dancing and singing monkey? It's a biopic about a singer I've never heard of.
Oh, is he on about? He's on about the Robbie Williams film.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I think so.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, I don't think. Let's see. Montag says Spy Who Loved Me had a cameo by Carolyn Monroe, and she looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Carolyn Monroe was
amazing
hot,
actress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. Y'all ready to get into the next one, or y'all got anything else y'all want to mention?
We got to rate this one. We got to.
Oh yeah, we got to rate it. But I was saying, we're
oh,
was there anything else y'all wanted to say about it?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I've said all I've got.
I gotta say, man, it's like Franco Nero, man. His facial expressions like say a lot of shit, like without words, man. It's that strong of a performance for real. But yeah. So go ahead, Al.
This is gonna be a 9 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely
my favorite of the three, and this one won't never leave the collection. This is a solid flick. 9 out of 10 for me.
Cool.
Well, okay.
I appreciate the recommendation on that, man. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
So with me, I always kind of I go on Letterboxd as soon as I've seen a film the first time, and I score it and everything.
I'm horrible about doing that shit. Yeah.
Oh, I put it down as an 8, an 8.5. But now we're doing this stream, I kind of feel the same as Pops. It's probably a 9.
Okay.
By far, not so much by far, but it is the best of the three for me. So
I also do Letterboxd, but my thing is a lot of times when we're doing these streams, I try to stay off Letterboxd after the stream, and then because I don't want to get away my picks, but then I forget to go back and do it. So I got a couple streams I have to go back and add movies that I didn't want to put on before the stream, and once I get done with the stream, I move on and I forget to put the Letterboxd on there. So I'm real bad about that. So I got to remember to add these by Letterboxd.
I've been horrible about it past 4 months or something. I ain't put shit on there. Well, I did put Nosferatu, but but no, for me, I really like this one a lot. I mean, it's awesome. It could very well surpass High Crime, but at the moment, I got it at an 8 out of 10, which is not bad at all. I got High Crime a little higher, I think, just because of what it did for the genre as a whole and shit. Like kick the doors open, and I don't know. Not just that. It's just I don't know. It's right there with it though. It definitely could pass it, but 8 out of 10 for me, man. So
yeah, absolutely.
So, shit's going pretty good so far. So that's a good sign, man. Let's see. Jim Stedman, good day, fellas. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Joe.
And Acres of Movies. H goes from Karachi to Baghdad to Palermo to Paris to London to New York to LA. Then and now that won't change. Oh, talking about heroin. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Justin Marino, 9 out of 10 for Street Law.
Yeah.
I can't argue with y'all, man. I can't, But I dig it a lot. It's awesome. So yeah, I guess we'll get into the next one, man, which is this was this is his first two, right? First two poliziotteschi, I believe.
Yeah.
I know this is his first one, and this is his second one. And then so the next one we're talking about is his last poliziottesco.
1980,
Day of the Cobra. So and I got one more clip to show before we get it kicked off, man. Let's see. Here we go.
Don't move or I'll shoot.
I don't like talking to a lady with my back to her.
What's your name?
Though I'm sure it doesn't mean much to you.
Okay. Don't get your balls in an uproar. It's not loaded.
You're doubly stupid.
My poor head.
That's what I was going to ask you.
I come here to relax.
Shall we dance? You're looking for Yvonne, are you? Here I am.
I love that shit, man. Yeah. I love that shit. You're right, man. I was wrong. I thought it was Street Law that shit happened in, but it's not. His Daddy Cobra.
Well, there's two movies they do the same shot. They get shot in the nuts. They get elevated there 5 or 6 feet.
And that's something we didn't mention too, man. I know a lot of people probably shit on it when shit explodes and you see that silly looking dummy flying and shit. Yeah. But I fucking love that shit, man. It looks great to me. There's a little charm to it, you know.
Yeah.
And why that fucker was hiding behind? Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. This one had a lot more comedy than the other two. There was some. If you really pay attention, there's funny shit in this movie.
It is.
Shit he says.
Yeah, it is. I don't know why that one motherfucker was hiding behind them fucking. I guess that was supposed to be gasoline,
oil drums or whatever. Yeah.
Fucking dumbass. But
this one, the more I think of it, is really gonna fucking grow on me, man.
Yeah,
I liked it anyway.
Sybil Dannon's fucking shit, though. I gotta admit, her acting. She's not there for her acting.
She's not the best. No, she's there for when she gets naked in that one scene, pretty much. No, it's just his character, like Larry Stanziani. It's just superb. Like Pop said in the opening scenes as well, with a little bit of comedy where he gets a phone call and this woman, because he's without jumping the gun too much, he's a private investigator, and he was pretty much put in prison like 3 years previous for like this big, trying to go after this one big narcotics guy, which he ends up going after as well. Right. But he takes a phone call and she's like got a dog who's lost. And then he writes a fucking phone number on his like dust.
Yeah, all the grease. And he's taking a piss, and he says, "I kind of got my hands full right now."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And he pretends he's got like another secretary in there with him, and it's fucking superb. Like some of the comedy.
Man, did you realize who wrote this shit? Aldo Lato.
Yeah. He was gonna direct the film as well at one point.
Right. Yeah, he was gonna direct it, but that tripped me out. Like the same director that did. He only did two films, two giallo anyway. Short Night of Glass Dolls and Who Saw Her Die. But
later went on to do Late Night Trains as well.
Night Train or Last House on the Left Part 2.
Yeah.
I always got a jab there.
No, it is, I suppose.
Night Train Murders though. That's the preferred title for me. But
this one's got a pretty good cast anyway, Got William Berger, who plays Jack Goldsmith, Austrian born. He was in I'm Dangerous Tonight, 1990. He was in Tough Guys, Dial Help, Ruggero Deodato's film, Spider Labyrinth, Night of the Skull, My Dear Killer, $5 for an August Moon. So you could go on with that. But sorry, Dirk, was you going to mention some of the writers and all the people behind this?
Oh, yeah. Cinematographer is Giovanni Bergamini. And so it's weird. Like, I heard Enzo say that that's the only cinematographer that he had, but I was looking at other film credits and there were different cinematographers. But maybe it was one of them deals where they had to sign, and then he really had this guy, the Giovanni Bergamini,
right?
Somebody, you know what I mean? Like they did that shit where it had to be somebody else. I don't know how to explain it any better than that, but like, anyway, he's a great cinematographer, man. I got to give it to him. But and Enzo knows how to set those shots up though. Like he's
oh yeah.
And he kind of bragged on himself to Enzo. He said I was born for precision. I was like, damn, okay. Damn, your back must hurt from patting it so damn hard, you know. But it's shot in San Francisco, Genoa, and Rome. So
yeah.
And yeah, the score is not the DeAngelis brothers this time, though. It's Paolo Vasile. He was an Italian businessman. I couldn't find really anything else that he did. He's a film and TV producer. And so I don't know.
I think I've got a little bit about him in my notes.
Okay.
But this was produced by Fabrizio DeAngelis, though, wasn't it, as well?
I got Turi Vassal, so I don't know.
Yeah, I got the two of them that was in the Roberto Curti book.
Okay.
But yeah, that's interesting. But like, do you know what we said with the first two films? He kind of goes with a good opening, and that applies to this one as well. So you've got this guy who's delivered this telegram, and he ends up trying to get this telegram but he's being shot at through the door, which is a great scene. And then you've got the whole fucking chase again, you know, like the other films on the rooftops and this fucking
He is looking kind of like Humphrey Bogart in this one, right? With the fucking hat and everything.
Yeah, I got the trench
It's
coat.
almost almost like a Giallo killer as well.
Some of the shots are like
he's got that fucking knife on the end of his like walking stick, I presume.
Yeah.
He's got like a club foot as well, which is interesting as well. But it's all about that key, innit? You know, it's all about getting those two keys.
Those two keys together.
Getting access to all the bank accounts offshore.
Right.
But that song that Pops mentioned earlier, Cobra, is fucking brilliant, man.
It don't give a damn. I am the Cobra.
Yeah,
man.
It tells you exactly what it is on the tin.
I am the Cobra. Yeah, that shit got stuck in my head too. I was singing that shit.
It plays throughout, doesn't it? In different times throughout.
My lady was like, "What the hell are you singing?" and my son was like, "Stop!" I was like, "My bad."
But
it's stuck in my head. Man.
Like you're on about the comedy as well. So he's a private investigator, and it's like we see him like literally taking photos of this woman who's having an affair with another woman behind her husband's back. And then he phones the husband and he says, I can guarantee you she's not having an affair with a man.
Yeah.
Like, and just little touches like that, man. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one didn't do well, though. Like, for, you know, I guess it was kind of like the end of the people were getting out of that. They were getting in more into TV, though. Like, TV was big and cinema wasn't, in Italy anyway. Cinema wasn't as big in Italy. But
even though it come late, I still think it's probably not as going to be as popular as the other two, but I don't know, it's not far away in terms of some of the scenes. Obviously that discotheque scene is just one of the best fucking I've seen in an Italian kind of genre film. It's just so comes from nowhere, like that guy when he starts doing the fucking
I had to look that shit up when he's fighting the woman. You think it's a woman, and then it's really a transvestite, but that was really a woman, and then when he pulls the wig off, it's not. It's a man dressed up. But
I was dubious with that character early on. I thought there's something don't add up to that character.
Something was off. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Beat his ass though.
Yeah. After he pulled a wig off, though, he was ready to get.
Once he realized that it was a man he was fighting, he said, "Yeah, let's go get it on now."
Yeah. Yeah. And Sybil Danning, though, I don't know, man. She kind of hurts the film for me.
She's not a very good actress, I don't think. She's just there, like I said earlier, for one thing. But you're on about the Sly Stallone kind of Cobra influence. Do you think Rocky with the ball, because he's always got this fucking ball, do you think that was kind of pinched for the?
Yeah, never know. You know,
yeah.
When did Rocky come out? I know you know.
76, I say.
76.
Okay, so you think he probably took from Rocky then?
Maybe, yeah. I would not be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either. You know, especially Castellari being a boxer and shit.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no doubt, probably.
And he plays a cameo in most
of
these films as well, doesn't he? At some point, which we didn't allude to earlier, but he's unmistakable Castellari as well.
Yeah,
you
I forgot
can't
to
miss
mention
him
that.
once you know what he looks like.
He's a reporter in High Crime. He's a TV reporter in that one.
Right, yeah. So Franco Nero's actual son plays his son in this film as well, in real life.
Yep.
Plays Tim. And that's some like really kind of bonding scenes they got early on. And you get the montage where they're playing fucking baseball, and like it does come into play. When that,
I actually made a note about that thing. I guess I'll back off with my note here. But I made a comment when he first seen the son at the school or the wherever his son was going to. I guess it was a school.
Yeah.
And and he picks his son up. You got the long love scene with him and his son. And I thought, man, that's a little. These are the Italians, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's his real sons, I guess. Okay, that's not so bad.
Yeah, they're big family. You know how they are. it's
yeah.
I thought that when they
just got presented like you was seeing his long lost lover, like they're spinning him around like a love scene. It was kind of that's a little odd, but
they kiss on the lips as well. I don't know if that's a big thing in America.
Yeah, kiss on the lips too. And I know, like I said, that's all right. I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a little bit too old, I'd say, to kiss on the lips. But,
I would say so.
Let me catch the chat right quick, y'all. Let's see. Acres of Movie says, my estate workers notified me that the YouTube service has a chat function without an additional required device. I have seen the various videos and streams of these chats and other for years and didn't know.
Okay.
Let's see. Most of my Blu-rays and DVDs and physical media are in the main terrace estate. The estate and transport workers will borrow some of them. They always return them on time. I also have multiple copies. Okay.
There's no way I'm borrowing shit out to anyone.
Yeah, I don't think I could.
I've got stung before.
Of the ones that are frequently desired to be watched, so that there are various copies of some of the ones. The other houses and cottages in the estate have some of the movies as well. Acres of movies.
That's where the name comes from.
That's where the name comes from. Yeah.
Okay. I have about 7,800 movies in the main terrace on that estate. And then I have the transport workers load the physical media into a silo box that is transportable to either the barge or my plane for travel. Damn.
Shit.
Damn it, son. Ragnar says, Hitchhike. Yeah. And we will be covering Hitchhike next week. Some Franco Nero, man. Hitchhike. What's the other one?
Quiet Place in the Country.
Yeah.
Hitchhike. And what was the other? The Third Eye. That's
the Third Eye. It's an early Nero. More gothic. It's a gothic horror. Wild Wrangler says, Dirk, Darren, and Pops. Anyone seen Dead Pigeon on Beethoven Street? 1973 TV film in Germany. Crime drama. No.
I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of that. No.
Dead Pigeon on Beethoven Street. Huh. No, I haven't seen it. I own it, never watched it. Okay, cool. But yeah, man. Let's see. Anything else you want to mention on Day of the Cobra, man? It's a fun ass movie. I gotta say that.
I can see this character here having this movie becoming like a franchise. I can see them making, kind of not like a James Bond level, but maybe 2 or 3. This character, the Cobra character. He had enough, charisma. I can see them making a series out of this. I guess they never did, but I definitely could. I was thinking that watching the film. There's a little more comedy aspect, and I can see this. I can see this being remade as a, and it probably has some aspects, but I can see this being remade as an American film and really being popular.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Completely.
And I love how it ends. I love the ending of the film.
Yeah.
I know it's messed up what happens, but I still love the end of the film, man. It's perfect the way it ends. And then that damn music comes back on again.
Yeah, right over the closing credits.
I am the Cobra.
Let's get your head.
Yeah.
But I was going to mention Stefana Castellari, his daughter. She plays the actual secretary in this one. So again, keeping it in the family.
Yeah.
Just to show you that this was a product of its time. So there's a line in this as well. And so Papillon tells Stanziani that Kandinsky owns 2 clubs and is a homosexual of the worst violent type. Well, I thought, fuck me, man, you can't say that today. There's no way you could get away with that today.
Right.
And I'm like there watching it open mouth, like thinking, shit. But yeah, it's just little things like that, man. It's, you got the dry cleaners as well. When he's beaten up by those thugs and he's like, they put him in like all this load of fish and he goes straight to the dry cleaners. That's kind of another touch with the comedy. I love all that shit.
Fish. When
yeah, brilliant, man. But yeah, you got that montage we mentioned with the son playing baseball is great. You just know that fucking kid's doomed. Like you just know as soon as you see that. No, I really like this one a lot. I'm kind of warming even more to it the more I think about it today.
I think so too. Yeah, I wanted to get a proper release.
Oh God, I'd buy this in a heartbeat. If it was,
I guess there's a Blu-ray, but all I could find was a DVD of it. So,
maybe Arrow or someone could come out with a decent one.
Right.
Radiance Films, I think, would do well with this one.
Yeah.
That's kind of their line as well, the way they're going too. Yeah. So,
see them do something like this would be nice to.
Hell yeah, yeah. So, what do y'all think on this one? I'm gonna give y'all the floor on it, Pops.
This is just a little below high crime for me. I'm gonna say a 7 out of 10. I think I gave high crime a 7.5. I'll give this one a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
This one, high crime, is pretty interchangeable, probably. But as far as which one where they land at, but like I said, Street Law is definitely number 1. This is gonna be just barely the number 3, but just by a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think?
Originally, I put this down on Letterboxd as a 7.5 out of 10. I would probably say now I might go back and change it at some point. It's that for me, it's an 8. I kind of slightly like this a little bit more than High Crime.
Oh wow!
Not as much as Street Law.
Yeah.
You've got just that fucking theme tune alone, man. You've got to give it a point. Like,
right.
I don't know. High Crime, man. I think about the James Whitmore actor, Fernando Rey. I don't know, man. I don't know if you can. Yeah, to each their own. But for me, I don't know. It's a drop down in production too. But it's still fun.
It is a little bit, yeah.
6. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10, which is not bad.
No, not bad at all.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'll watch all 3 of these again any given day. So, but yeah. I think that's all we got on them, man. What'd you think about? Would you want to do another one of these, Pops?
Absolutely. I was just gonna say, find me 3 more films. Let's do this again.
Oh man, like Almost Human's gotta be. I know we've covered it on here, but I'd be interested to see what. Yeah,
we kind of covered it.
Y'all win me over. Y'all get me into this stuff. Find me 3 more films that are bangers, and let's do this again. And you guys might convert me. You might convert me one day.
Well, the thing about it is, we hadn't seen these either. So it was like a roll of the dice, Okay.
I think The Violent Professionals would be one you'd like as well.
I think so. Yeah.
We'll have to confer on that and get back to
Pops. The Big Racket, definitely.
Oh man, yeah, you would love that.
Yeah, I know.
Anything in that Arrow Use of Lead set as well. There's one called Like Rabid Dogs. There's one called Savage Free, which is superb as well. About these three thugs, they got their normal everyday jobs, and they just go around the fucking city killing people.
Justin Marino's got it, hit the nail on
Caliber 9.
Caliber 9, dude. I take that back. Caliber 9 is my favorite that I've seen. And then
so you put
right
it
there with Almost Human though.
I was gonna say,
Caliber 9
is a great film.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
I'm right there.
Great film.
Yeah, it's fucking great. But
Justin Marino's got The Boss as well. I've got that. I picked that up on Blu-ray, but I've yet to see it. But I've heard fucking really good things.
Yeah, Manhunt's good too. That's more like a Death Wish. Manhunt.
Yeah, it is.
A lot like Death Wish.
Yeah.
That's got Silva. What's his name?
Henry Silva. Yeah.
Henry Silva. Yeah. Let's see. Greg Brewer. How? Hope all is well. Yeah, man. Doing good.
Hey,
man.
man. Yeah.
Thanks for popping in, man. Acres of Movies, Italian rock group Area asked for too much money for songs to be on Day of the Cobra, but many fans have re-edited it with the Area songs in that. Okay, cool.
Why is that over the actual theme song or like?
I don't know. Let's see. Montag says Third Eye is included in Arrow's Gothic Blu-ray set. Yeah, I got that set right. Yeah, that's the set he's talking about.
And the Third Eye is actually Beyond the Darkness was a remake. The Joe D'Amato film was a remake of the Third Eye, so it's going to be interesting to see our thoughts on that next week, I think.
Okay. Fat Pig says I got to see this one still. Okay. I was talking about Day of the Cobra. That's on YouTube, and it's not a bad transfer, really.
That's the only place I found it was YouTube as far as streaming goes.
Yeah. Caliber 9, yeah. Excellent fucking movie.
Well, I was in Destin at an outlet mall with my wife and daughter. They're inside shopping. I'm in my truck watching this movie. I think I'll text you while I was watching it, Dirk.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Almost Human. Absolutely, man. The Boss. I love The Boss.
I wrote all those down.
Let's see. Have you done Cop Killer yet? No, we haven't done a lot of poliziotteschi.
That's an interesting one, Cop Killer, because it's like a Giallo crossed with a crime film, and Johnny Lydon from the Sex Pistols plays the villain.
Okay.
So yeah, that'll be an interesting one to do.
Justin saying Revolver. Okay.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a good one as well. 1973, I believe.
Yeah. Castellari, DeLeo, Lindsay, Salima. Yeah, Lindsay is a little more, what'd you say? I'd say he's more grimy with his poliziotteschi a little bit.
You can't go wrong with any of Lindsay's films. You can't go wrong.
And Fat Pig said just found it on YouTube. Awesome. Acres of Movie. Also 1977, The Heroin Busters.
I just bought that.
That's one I need to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Castellari too, right?
That's in a two film set with Arrow.
There's
that and
Big
Racket. Yeah. Highly recommend getting that release, man.
Well, hell yeah, man. We'll get you. We'll have to do some more of these, man, for sure.
Yeah, just let me know, man.
Okay. And
I'm just glad you really liked them.
Yeah, I want to show everybody. I got these shirts. I got this one for my son, but he didn't want to wear it because the chick was Albanieri or whatever, for whatever reason. But this is a new EuroCrypt shirts.
Yeah.
Anybody interested? It's live on the Dead Pit.
I love that design, man.
Not sure.
Yeah. But yeah, and I'm wearing it as well. But I ended up giving it to my wife. So Grayson wants the other one with the regular logo without the naked chick, without Resolving. But yeah, man, I guess we're gonna get out of here, man. I appreciate everybody. The chat was live. I mean, it's a great stream. 3 great films.
Thanks for having me on, Dirk. There.
Hell yeah, man. Hell
yeah. Thanks for coming on, man. Anytime.
Like you want to do something, man, just reach out too. You know, if you want to, if you got an idea or something, you know.
Yeah,
for sure. But hell yeah.
Have you got anything you want to promote as well? Pops?
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, anybody that follows my channel knows I haven't made a recorded video in quite a while. Just lots of busy. Just been doing live streams. I guess I'm kind of known for doing top 5 live streams, different themes.
Mm-hmm.
I got a kind of series I'm doing now called "Get the Flick Out of Here," because I was running out of space. 2, I had so many blind buy movies in this room that it's like, you know, half these movies I'd never heard of, never seen. I just got on recommendations. I kind of pulled all of them off my shelf. If you look at my table over here, I got all these movies on the table are ones that I have not seen. And
I got a table over here too.
I'm watching them.
I'm the same. I'm
watching them as they're either going to go in the sale pile or they're going to go back on the shelf. Yeah. And so I kind of got a series called "Get the Flick Out of Here," where I kind of pull 10 films down, and the live stream is pretty much me talking about these films, getting them out of here. Why I'm getting rid of them, why I dislike them, why I'm not keeping them, whatever, upgrades, whatever. But it's a series. I think we just did the 3rd episode, which we didn't. Me and Brad's doing it. We didn't do the 3rd episode live. We recorded it. Okay. And we're going to do that style kind of edited a little bit, and we're working on that one now. It's just a new thing we're working on. But yeah, other than that, man, I got some videos. I got a stack of stuff here I want to do videos on, If you see back here in the back, I got my Stallone characters and my Clint Eastwood characters. I got a new Rocky character that I want to do an unboxing of. I've had for about a month now, but I had time to do the video, and I wanted to make a video on that one. So
yeah, man, I like those unboxings of those.
I enjoy doing those a lot. And
you did Cobra. I see Cobra back there.
I did Cobra, and I did the Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry.
And,
yeah.
And I got one other back there, and I did the Rambo. So
okay. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I got a Rocky character I want to do an unboxing of at some point. I've been trying to get
and those aren't cheap either, man. Those are fucking.
Locally, they only do like one a year. They're like $350 a piece. So
right. Yeah.
I got to finance them bitches. So they do like one a year. But yeah, you know I'm a big Stallone fan. I got to get those.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. And it's always great doing streams with you, man. Always has been.
Yeah, man.
And we're gonna do some more. I appreciate everybody in the chat. I see everybody saying thanks. Great stream. And we're gonna get out of here, y'all. So y'all have a good one.
All right. Be good, y'all.
Have a good one, guys.
This.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
This will scratch your memory.
I got enough.
We'll see about that.